Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the 11th race in the 2020 NRSL Jerky Pro Truck Series. And once again, joining me in the booth is Mr. Vince Freeze.
What's going on, guys? Here under the lights at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Going to be a fun night. Got some interesting storylines before we head into the race, though.
Indeed, we do. In last week at Talladega, we saw Yael Carillo score his second win of his career and on the season, becoming the third different driver to win 2 races this year. So through the first 10 races of the 20-race regular season, we've only got 7 different winners.
I believe so, yep.
Yep, so 3 guys with 2 wins and 1 guy each with 1 win, one of those being part-time Cup Series driver Zachary Fitzwater Sr., So only 6 of those wins going, or not 6, 9 of those wins going towards playoff points if all those drivers who won stay in the top 25 and make the playoffs. So let's get into Charlotte today. On the front row is Toby McCoy and James Ellison, who is still your points leader, I believe. Yep. 26-point lead over Carter Friesen, 27 over Yael Carillo, Jeremiah Dwayne 37 back, and RJ Bishop 46 back in 5th. We'll get to the rest of the points in a little bit. Row 2 is Dylan Ibrahimian and Audra Baranauskas. Row 3, fastest in practice, Bradley Ream and Michael Markle. Row 4, Cody Rhodes and Peter Onjak. And row 5, your 2019 champ Logan York with LJ Toledo. Fastest in happy hour, Andrew Rich will start 39th. So we're coming into the last 3X fuel and tire race. Vince, it was interesting what that did at Dega, even more so at Kansas, but Charlotte's 80 laps long. How do you think that's going to factor into the strategy tonight?
Well, this is going to be an interesting strategy, right? Because a lot of guys understand this is most likely going to be a 3-stop race. However, we don't know what the yellows can do. As we saw last week, we've seen guys pit the first lap around under yellow. We've seen guys pit the second lap around under yellow. Who knows what could happen there? And I'm going to be interested in this long-run pace, right? We got the points leader up front and last week's winner starting last. We'll see what could happen as we commence these 80 laps.
Indeed, Truck Series has not been here since 2017. Zach Flickinger won that race under a race-ending yellow in what was a caution flag affair, to say the least.
Drivers, start your engines!
The command to fire engines has been given. So, race from 3 years ago, 2017, only 16 trucks finished the event. Or no, 18 trucks finished the event, 16 on the lead lap. We had a total of 5 yellow flags in what was only a 60-lap race. So, hopefully we do not do that again tonight.
So get ready to go into the banking here in the back straight. We're going to see how those long runs too on the high line, this inside lane. Let's see which one of the preferred lines we enter these starts here and restarts. We get them.
Yes, indeed. And let's take a look at the rest of the point standings. So officially, currently in the playoffs with their wins: Ellison, Friesen, Carillo, Dwayne, Rich 13th in points, Cage 15th in points. Those are the 6 in on their wins right now. The other 6 in on points right now would be RJ Bishop, Sam Young, Keith Rich, Henry Sanford, Lucas Catano, and Edwin Mendes. Fittingly, the top 10 in points is the cutoff. But here we go. Charlotte Motor Speedway back for the first time since 2017. What kind of racing will we see tonight? 80 laps under the lights. Green flag is out, and we are underway.
Toby McCoy leads us into turn 1 with Ellison on the outside. Orderly start as we enter turn 1 and 2.
Already seen some 3 wide mid-pack.
It's like Ibrahim and Ellison battling for second as they get a nice draft going. Penske on the bottom line there.
It looks like the top line will have somewhat of a good line through the mid-corner. You see Ellison uses that to clear Ibrahimian.
Got some 3 wide back there as we enter 1 and 2 again as McCoy leads the first lap.
And from studying practice times, Vince, it appears the fall off is about 2 to 2.5 seconds on a full 20-lap run. So we're going to see the comers probably around like lap 10 or so and the goers around the same time.
Yeah, it looks like a 22, and Peter Onjak slid up the track right there. His top 4 is trying to break away. Some more 3 wide with LJ Toledo back there and Peter Onjak.
And Baranowski's making a move for second on Ellison already.
And you can see their best laps are 30-44. We'll see how that goes around the, say, lap 10 mark and how far the fall-off will go from.
Oh, in practice, the fastest time was a 30.325, I believe, set by the 22 of Ream. Right now, single file at the front, McCoy leads. Baranowski's trying to get by Ellison. Ibrahimian fourth as Michael Markle. Baranowski's making a move on Ellison. Markle making a move on Ream. To head down the back straightaway.
Yeah, so far, looking for 3 wide here, maybe? Nope. Baranowski's going to think twice about Ibrahim's going to think twice about that move as we single file for the top 8, looks like.
And it looks like when they're on equal tires, these drivers are just so equal. Like, Baranowski's keeps getting these runs, but she can't get it to stick on the bottom.
Yeah, so far this race is a little bit like Kansas. We saw those lines, right? The high line seems to be working in one part of the track, and then the inside line seems to have a run. Let's see what they do in the 3 and 4 as we hit the helicopter cam. So Ibrahim is going to try to look at the draft. He's going to sniff the draft, but Ellison holds pretty strong, and we'll keep it to the 1 and 2, yeah.
Baranowski's held even around the whole track that time around. So perhaps with tire wear, the top side might go away.
There's fastest in practice, Ream, coming to the pack here.
Baranowski's still trying to fight by Ellison, and at the same time, these drivers are keeping up with Toby McCoy.
So far, we've lost about 3.5 tenths as far as the 6 laps that's gone by. But the lap times as Ellison holds station in the second as we hit lap 7.
And Ellison's still trying to clear Baranowski's back, but McCoy has not been able to pull away despite the side-by-side racing behind him.
Looks like the draft is equal. 3 wide in the back there.
Peter Onjak has crept up towards the top 5 in 6th place. Michael Markle 7th, Cody Rhodes 8th, Logan York 9th, and LJ Toledo rounds out the top 10.
I gotta tell you that the draft with these trucks, they a bunch of big hole in the air, and everyone's coming up to that 34.
And now the 34 is starting to pull away a little bit. Tire wear is making draft less important as Onjak's making it 3 wide for 4th.
Let's see what they do. Penske versus Onjak. They're going to think better of it as Ream backs off with his teammate.
Well, that helped Bradley Ream get past Delon Ibrahimian for 4th. And Onjak will follow for 5th.
Ellison Baranowskis are just...
Man, these two have just been dogfighting the whole race. I don't know if that shows that Ellison's got a good truck or if it's just that hard to pass on the bottom because McCoy has gone nowhere.
I think Baranowskis is going to have some help there, yeah. The draft and Ellison got shuffled.
Onjak's going to help Ream again because it seems the very top line does not work compared to the middle. And that's going to help Ream get 3rd on Ellison. And we'll see if Onjak can pass Ellison as well.
Baranowskis is right on McCoy's bumper.
Baranowskis got by Ellison, and now she is flying up there. She's been on the bottom side all race. Now, if she can't get by McCoy as fast, it's a different story. This will bunch up the whole field.
Right now, they're equal as McCoy will have the run on the outside, but Baranowski's going to hold stationary as we enter lap 11. McCoy at the line. Here comes the pack. Onjak looking for 4th.
Now, if Baran-Oscars can clear McCoy, she might be able to drive away.
McCoy holding his line, and now he's got some help on the top side with a little draft from Ream. It's Ellison trying to help Baran-Oscars as we file back into 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty much stationary.
Yes, indeed, and don't mind me. I'm just looking for last season's statistics on the 24 of Baran-Oscars.
Comes Ellison. Onjak looking under Ream. Ooh, Onjak almost gets into the back of Ellison right there. Baran-Oscars stays strong in second. Ream on the top side.
You can just see the run. Baran-Oscars gets off a turn, too. And there's the move again for the lead. Just looking at Baran-Oscars' stats in her 2 seasons. 2018, 1 win, 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s. Last year, 1 win, 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s. Finished 9th in points in 2018 in what was a playoff-less season. And she got 10th last season in which was a playoff grid season. And now she takes the lead from Toby McCoy, looking to get another win in her career, this time at Charlotte in 2020.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this, as you were saying the stats there, it looks like Baran-Oscars had about 4-truck draft run right there towards the back. I think it was the Penske guys leading as Ellison will get by Onjak for 4th. As now they're starting to string out just a little bit.
So as they run, Baran-Oscars finally gets by Ellison, then gets by McCoy for the lead. Ream in 3rd, Ellison 4th, Onjak fighting Michael Markle for 5th. Ibrahimian has fallen down to 7th. LJ Toledo up to 8th. Logan York in 9th. With Cody Rhodes trying to hold off Casey Nanako for 10th. Max Anderson's right there in 12th. As Edwin Mendez got a really good run off of turn 4 on Catano. Catano 14th, Keith Rich 15th, Sam Young 16th. How about we go find Andrew Rich? He was fastest in happy hour. He's making some gains, Vince. He's into the top 30.
Yeah, we're going to see now because we're only 5 to 6 laps away from that pit window. I want to see what this first strategy call is, but I think it'll be 4 tires. Let's see where they pit. Who comes in early, who comes in towards the end of the fuel run.
Looking at some other GMS drivers, where's Dylan Thomas at? He's right here in 35th. And then lastly, the 2 of Ace Rogers. It's the only 5-truck team in the series. Ace in 20th. Of course, the 2 get shared, so that's why it is allowed in the first place. But Baran-Oscars continuing to lead, and I think the biggest thing I'm looking at with the strategy here, Vince, is if they go green the entire 80 laps, I think while stretching it will hurt you on the first 2 runs, it'll help you on the last run because you will have the option to take less fuel to the finish. And that will save you a couple of seconds on pit stops, and you'll come out with either the freshest right sides or the freshest 4 sides, or 4 tires, 4 sides.
It's all good. No, I know what you're saying. I think it's going to be a chess match, right? These top 4, they're pretty close in speed and overall a drop-off. And you see Onjak, he's trying to squeeze in there. Right now, I think this is going to be, I see it's here, 32. Yeah, they're running the 32s. Onjak might be the fastest car.
I see that's a 31.969, and yeah, indeed, he's the only one under a 32.0 right now up there in the top 10. Everyone else, honestly, running about the same times. They're just training right now.
Yeah, Onjak sticking that draft.
Onjak might be doing a pretty good job at saving his stuff. We'll see if he can creep up and pass Ellison before pit stops occur. As everyone up here is honestly running pretty equal lap times, as the mile per hour in the corner is down to under 150.
So far, these guys are just training. There's no battles on track. Let's see what happens here as we have one more lap to the projected fuel window.
Yeah, the projected window again was lap 20 to 22, based on what we saw in practice. There's a bit of a gap now from Onjak to Markle.
Comes Logan York looking under Toledo, maybe.
And then a gap from 9th to 10th as Nanako has passed Cody Rhodes for 10th place. But York unable to make it work on Toledo. Looks like the bottom has really hurting with tire wear.
Looks like these guys are going to stay out. Let's see who comes in early. Let's scan through that field here.
At the back of
Joe
the
Gibbs,
field,
guys.
Yael Carillo has not had a good time. Started in 42nd and has been able to go nowhere. Now he's got the last pit stall. If he stays out, it might not be a bad idea for him to stay out as long as he can. He might be able to get a couple of positions doing that. Teammate Cole Baker right in front of him. Fitzwater has not done well at all tonight. And I think pit stops are happening because you've got some trucks riding the top of the track.
Oh, what?
Oh, yep. Look at that. Oh, Ibrahimian got turned, and it brought out the caution flag. And the Nako stayed out. So now this is going to change everything.
You seen that in a while? Is that just a cluster ride? That was like a Dega type thing where just everyone was pitting at once.
And Jeff Toledo is stuck in the middle of the pit lane. And he'll get towed.
Carrillo's out early.
Now let's see who stayed out. Nanako, Gordon, Hudson, LJ, Adam Flickinger, Dylan Thomas, Torres, Fitzwater, Gentry, and Sanchez. 10 trucks that stayed out to take the caution. They'll come into pit this time. I believe everyone made it onto pit road, or at least committed. So I don't think we'll see any black flags. But McCoy will lead these guys out of pit road. No sign of the 24, Baran-Oscus. I don't know where the 24 went. I don't even see the 24. Yeah, she is still on pit road. As Ellison and Ream come back down, likely serving penalties. But I don't know, man. People are hitting each other here, too. Maybe penalties being served here. I'm seeing everyone who pit on the green come right back down pit road as if serving penalties. But Baran-Oscus has not moved. And this is a crushing blow to her race. So while everyone sorts everything out here under yellow, we'll go take a look at what brought out the caution coming into pit road. All right, taking a look at what brought out our first caution of the night. It's to do with the 12 here of Ibrahimian, LJ Toledo, Michael Marco. I think they're looking to come to pit road, but they're really not showing that they were committed to coming down pit road.
Logan York on the inside there. Looks like they're trying to commit right now, and
Ibrahimian just really pinched Toledo down into Michael Markle as well. And then Toledo, I guess, was mad, and he just dumps Ibrahimian in the middle of the track. Oh, Toledo wasn't even pitting.
The 10 jams on the brakes.
So Toledo wasn't even pitting, and Ibrahimian tried to cut his way down the pit. And that brought out the caution flag. And then this got really tight. And they're four wide on pit road. Ooh, that's a wall right there. Oh, man. So what happened to... Now we got to see what happened to Baran-Oscus because she pit glitched in her stall. Let's see if I can do this without crashing the game.
Aboard Baran-Oscus here on this spectator cam. Coming in.
So she gets in her stall just fine.
2 tires on the right.
Oh, and I'm wondering if it had anything to do with Ibrahimian.
On the left, looking good.
She just
And
she just got stuck.
there's Reeb.
She
Penske sandwich.
She
right
got
there.
stuck and stalled from the looks of things. Oh man, and that's what hurt a bunch of these trucks. Yeah, Baran-Osca's just. Oh, what the heck? That is so strange. And I wonder if that happened with Jack James too. Oh, James, I think, just got hit in his pit box.
Oh.
Or he just slid. Oh, he got pushed in. Turner, he was trying to get in, and Turner was right on him. Oh, that is unfortunate. With that, we'll take you to the first race restart. All right, we're getting ready to go back racing, and the officials have tried to sort this out the best they could. Let's go through your top 10 running order coming to the restart. Toby McCoy's in the lead. Onjak second. Mendez third. Logan York fourth. Leland Fief in fifth. Priya McShane sixth. Nanako seventh. Elijah Gordon eighth. Colt Hudson ninth. And Cole Baker rounds out the top 10. Baran-Osca several laps down. And Jeff Toledo on the tail end of the lead lap. Jack James also a lap down or so. As we'll come to
Jack James.
Yeah, here comes Jack James. We'll be coming to the race restart with 55 laps to go. And we'll pray that we don't get another pit road entering caution flag at the end of this stint.
Gotta remember, Baran-Osca is up to speed, so that's not really a car that's going to fall right back, because Onjak might just draft.
Baran-Osca is indeed only one lap down, so if she gets her lap back, that would be huge for her.
So allowing Toby McCoy to get away just a little. Not too much, just a little.
So McCoy will lead once again here at Charlotte. Onjak up to second. We saw had a great truck on the first run.
McCoy looking underneath Toledo, I believe.
Yeah, that would put Jeff Toledo a lap down. And here comes
Onjak.
Is he there? Not quite there for 3 wide. Edwin Mendez into third. This really scrambled the running order for sure. Cole Baker was restarting in the top 10 after being in 41st. A lot of guys that were in the top 10, top 5 have been shuffled to mid-pack. So this will really show who has a good truck and who doesn't.
Onjak, the same move again. Just looking for clean air.
Onjak's just trying to make the move there when he doesn't have enough of a run. It looks like Onjak's on older tires, though, because he's slowing up a lot mid-corner there.
Did they change too? I'm curious now.
I don't think so. They would.
Oh, someone Nana up high.
No, I don't think I think Onjak's just diving it in a little too hard, and it's just getting tight or loose on him, because he was fine there in 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think he's just not he's not thinking about that long run pace. He's trying to get that lead and break away. But right now it's Toledo and McCoy. Just same thing with Baran-Osca and Ellison at the beginning of the race, just drafting and side drafting off each other.
And look how even they are there at the stripe. And it's too bad Jeff's not battling for the lead right now. He's battling to stay on the lead lap.
Like Onjak cleared second.
Onjak cleared again. This time Logan York trying to go up to third.
New players in the mix. We also got Priya McShane up there from Bill Gibbs, and looks like the 88 coming.
Yeah, Adam Fleckinger in the 88, Leland Fief in the 74, Elijah Gordon. A bunch of those trucks had stayed out to take the yellow, and then they mostly were able to stay up front.
Toledo don't want to give that up because McCoy and Toledo are still side by side. Looks like McCoy underneath Toledo.
And McCoy finally clearing Jeff Toledo through 3 and 4. As we'll go towards the middle of the field to find some of the other drivers that were up front that are no longer up front. That includes D-Line Ibrahimian here, just inside the top 20. There's James Ellison, Bradley Ream right behind him. And they are all the way back here in the middle of the field.
Three wide there. Ooh.
3 wide here. Cody Rhodes was near the top 10 earlier. He's back here now. Michael Markle.
There's Rich back there.
Andrew Rich, fastest in happy hour. And I don't know if these trucks may or may not have minor damage, because they are pretty far back from the pack already.
Next time by, we'll be halfway through a field run again.
Yes, indeed.
Restart.
And McCoy still leading as he's trying to pull away with Jeff Toledo. And Peter Onjak is not closing in at all.
He burned those tires up early in the run. You got to save him, especially around this track with degradation being so high. Coin to 3 and 4 there.
We'll see what the lap time is this time between McCoy and Onjak. And Onjak still a tenth slower. Meanwhile, Adam Flickinger has done a good job saving his tires. He's looking for third on Logan York. But he can't get anything going. That middle groove is just so strong tonight.
Yeah, it's not the whole upper outside line, but that middle line, that sweet spot, it seems like that's where the cushion is to get those runs.
Well, Adam holding strong there through 3 and 4. We'll see if he can make it work. I mean, we've seen drivers make it work. It just seems to take a little time, and they got to get just the right bite. As Adam even with York down the back straightaway, Logan getting that draft. You see,
looking for a nice run there. Ebbs and flows.
Yeah, ebbing and flowing.
Here.
Yeah, he might just get him here off of 4, as Priya McShane will give a little bit of draft to the 88.
Bouncing back between the 33 and the 88, but McShane on the inside here on turn 1. Yep, that will do it. The draft, 88 by.
And Adam Flickinger will clear for 3rd, and McShane will try to use that draft to pass York for 4th.
Good run there into the entry of the 19, but York's going to ebb and float on the outside in the middle line, but the 19 will still have that draft at the 88, and the 88's closing on Onjak quickly.
And Adam Flickinger, I think, is having the same kind of run that Onjak was having before. You see 0.3 of a difference there that lap.
And for Flickinger, if Toby McCoy can't get by Toledo and those guys start battling up there, he's going to be right on the back bumper in a couple laps.
Adam Flickinger looking at his rookie year in 2019. 2 wins, but, I mean, that was really the highlight for Adam. He only finished in the top 5 one other time in 15 races. But he still somehow managed to make it to the Final 4. But he finished 4th out of 4. And looking at total points accumulation, he was 11th overall. But still, with just 2 wins, 3 top 5s, 3 top 10s, it was a pretty good rookie year for Adam. Could he get his first win of 2020 here today? If we go back and look at the wins list, it's a 3-way tie for the career wins leaderboard between Dylan Young, Charles Sanford, and Donovan Cage. And there's a lot of guys with 2 wins still in the series.
Well, you were talking there, Zay. Onjak is not giving this up, and Flickinger is going to get the same run for McShane on York as we saw earlier, and then we'll take it.
He just about had him cleared, but McShane's got to peek out and give him help in the 3 here.
There we go, there we go. But yet, Onjak still has that middle line. I think he's going to lose 2nd. Let's see if he can hold off for 3rd, though. He's got a big run.
Oh, we're seeing right there, you saw with Onjak and McShane, it's the end of the tire run where right on corner entry, if you're underneath someone, you really get tight on the bottom. And McShane had to check up tenfold for Onjak. But now Adam's got a good chance to try and track down McCoy and the lap down truck of Toledo. As we're about 3 to 5 laps away from pit stops. And the question of, will we actually get through a green flag?
Yeah, so let's see. Well, last time they were very trainy, where they were just on the bottom. Let's see if they're battling and maybe spread out more. Someone's way off the
Yeah,
place.
and
Markle.
I think Michael Markle, Carter Friesen definitely have some damage from that pit road incident.
Rich is not just
Rhodes, Turner, and Rich, I don't know if they might have something too, but this is the pack right here. This is all this pack stuff right here is what I'm a little concerned about. As you see, Ellison has been unable to recover in 23rd.
I think tonight was about clean air. Clean air has definitely won the night so far.
And Brian Oskus and Jack James have been able to do nothing to try and get their lap back. As Adam Flickinger is closing in on McCoy about a 10th a lap. If he had some draft, I think he'd be really closing up right now. But
yeah,
here
McCoy.
it is. McCoy's going to peek down. You see he had the hand out the window, I think. And, yep, here comes race leader McCoy as Rich came down the lap before.
Flickinger stayed out.
Oh, Max Anderson's cutting it close back there. Oh, someone hit the inside wall.
Oh, we got a yacht to yellow.
Matthew Logan's chilling on the track. No caution flag.
Somebody was off the roval section there. I don't know who that was.
I think that was the 2 of Ace Rogers. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, hit the roval section, just didn't even pit. All right, here they come around for the second round. Oh, boy.
Jack James, Dylan Thomas, and a few others stay out. Everyone else will make it on the pit road cleanly, so someone hit the wall. But other than that,
there's Ace.
The field should string out. Rich pit from all the way in the back, so we'll see how that undercut works out for him. Adam Flickinger has still stayed out.
That might be a bad call. Tire fall off was huge.
Well, here he comes this time by. Dylan Thomas, Nanako, and Ibrahimian were the other lead lap trucks to stay out. And there's McCoy.
Here comes the second group.
The second group was led down by Edwin Mendez, so how about this? Leland Fief is passing Peter Onjak for what would be second right now. And now that
Yael Carillo had a good stop back there.
Yael, we didn't even really mention it. Yael was last before the caution, and then caution came out, and he rebounded to mid-pack. How about Andrew Rich with the undercut, though, from all the way at the back of the field? He pit all by himself, and now he's in the top 15.
Yeah, after recycles, he might be top. Yeah, he's top 10. Wow.
So if fuel ends up not being an issue, and everyone takes 4 tires on the last stint, and this stays green, this could be a very good call for Rich, considering how hard it is to pass on the inside.
That's that old thing they like to say. When you come in early, you got the fresh rubber, right? The fresh rubber is going to do you wonders in that short run. The key is when we get to that 20-lap stint, towards the end of that stint, how far will we fall off compared to the rest of the field?
And the big key to the fall off, too, is if you can prevent people from passing you, not only will you hold them up, but you kind of prevent them from using those fresher tires to help themselves on those who pit early. But Rich
Joe Gibbs Racing had a good pitch there. Cole Baker right in front of Carrillo. It was a good strategy by the JGR guys.
Yeah, remember Baker restarted 10th after being 41st. So Baker, Carrillo, McShane all benefited huge. And there's Adam Flickinger. Flickinger in 6th place. And he has the freshest tires of anyone on the track. Well, freshest, highest running.
According to the track, Leland Fief is running down McCoy.
Yeah, but we see McShane, another Gibbs driver, in 4th. And yes, as you mentioned, a rookie battle for this win. Leland Fief, another driver that benefited from the caution, restarted in the top 10, is now challenging Toby McCoy for the race lead.
This is going to help Onjak and McShane if they keep battling like this for sure. Might have a four-truck battle. As Feith can't get the run on the inside, McCoy uses that middle line. Here comes Jack McShane with the draft. They're sniffing it.
But you know who this really helps out, Vince? Is that 88 truck of Adam Flickinger.
They're coming. Yeah, that whole pack is bringing some friends.
They just gained a whole 9/10. 9/10 that lap.
When these tires are fresh like this, the draft and that, here they come. They're looking for under McShane pretty soon.
McShane and Onjak were side by side, and Mendes had a heck of a run. Adam Flickinger and Colt Hudson also right here. 7-truck battle.
7, yeah.
And Feith will take the lead with draft from Onjak. So the Chevys working together over the Fords. As for the moment, Jeff Toledo is on the tail end of the lead lap. Bradley Ream has fallen down to 38th.
Tough break for Ream.
Not sure what happened to him. Remember, Matthew Logan hit the pit wall. No caution flag came out for that. I guess the officials were like, we're not throwing a yellow for a pit road incident again. The 2 actually bounced off the wall.
Right, hit the Roval infield section.
Jeremiah Dwayne, Michael Markle. We know Markle's got damage.
Logan York back here.
Logan York way back to 32nd now. Nanako to 30th. Ellison 29th. Was top 5 early in the race. Ibrahimian back here outside the top 20. There's another Joe Gibbs truck, Greg Torres, 17th.
Carillo leads that second pack.
And there's Andrew Rich. He's only down to 14th right now. As you mentioned, Carillo leading this second group, but they are 4.9 seconds behind. And I don't think they'll be able to draft up to this pack. As now FIFA's getting...
Mendes.
Yeah, Edwin Mendes.
Flickinger looking too.
Flickinger's got the freshest rubbers. If he gets out front before this stint is over, he'll have a very good opportunity to gap the field.
Flickinger looking for a second under Mendes. May not have the run, but... Oh, hold on.
You can just see the one lap fresher tires really helps you out on the inside line. Look at that.
Flickinger
so
for
close.
second, yeah.
That could be our finish, man. We don't know.
Yeah, we still have one more pit sequence, and that's going to be the key. But right now, these top 7 all look pretty equal.
You see, Mendes
is going to get the run.
Mendes still making that top line work with 1 lap, 2 lap older tires. Remember, this is the 3X package. If this was the 2X package, I think it would be a little less of an advantage for the 88. But Mendes is really making it work. I mean, all night it seems like off a turn 4, the bottom line just has no bite.
Yeah, no forward bite at all. And you can see Mendes looking at 1 and 2. The bite's pretty good. It's just, can you take enough of the gap entering 3 and 4, have enough of a distance? Let's see where the 88 goes on draft. He's sticking with Mendes, but now, no, they're all sticking with Mendes. That should be to the lead, Mendes.
And Colt Hudson has made it into the top 4 as well. And Mendes and Flickinger will clear Fief off of 4. And Hudson actually held even with the 74. So maybe, I don't know if it's just some small driver's code to where, like, if they don't have an advantage on the bottom, that they yield to the top side.
Must be, but Flickinger doesn't care. He's looking for that lead, but I don't think he's going to have any drafting help.
Oh, and he's almost cutting off Colt Hudson there, trying to get in line. That's dangerous. You see McCoy, Onjak, and McShane falling back. Just unable to keep up.
Yeah. Could that be strategy for the fuel? We talked about that towards the end, right? Who's going to pit early, who's going to pit late on this final money stop. We'll see. Ooh, Flickinger.
And one thing helping Mendes right now is the draft of the 16 truck. And there's Baranowskis. But Mendes holding strong. Hudson will make a crossover on Flickinger, but Flickinger's got the freshest tires, and he's not having none of that.
In that middle line, it's been working all night, yeah.
Looking at the leaderboard, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. is into the top 10. currently running in 9th place, but that pack is not closing in at all. It's definitely going to be between these 7, depending on the strategy they make, as we see McCoy, Onjack, and McShane really starting to fall off.
Yeah, this is like another pack. We got like 3 different packs here, it looks like.
I mean, these
those
3,
guys are falling off.
These 3, I think, might pit earlier than these guys. It's down to 3. It's down to 3 trucks now. I see FIFA's gone too.
Wow.
It's down to Mendez, Flickinger, and Hudson at the current moment. But this final pit stop and a potential caution will change everything.
Here we go. Those Flickinger looking again on that inside. Nope. Just doesn't have
watch,
the bite.
watch right here, I think. Yep, there's that little checkup by the 88. They get tight there. These tires are so worn that they just get so tight right on the exit of turn 4 if they're not at least equal with the truck on the outside. 20 laps to go at the start-finish line. We're officially in the window. And let's
the window is now open. Here we go.
Let's do something we haven't done all night. We haven't looked. The fastest lap of the race goes to the 8 of Gene Sanford, 30.188. And how about that? The top 5 are all single-digit trucks.
Wow. Donovan Cage, we haven't heard from him all night. 2-time winner this season.
But Edwin Mendez sits on the board 6th, Adam Flickinger 8th. So they're top 10 there on that board. And funnily enough, Yael Carillo and Cole Baker are 40th and 41st on lap times, yet they're in the top 15.
Mendez looking for Toledo. That might be a bad move because Flickinger might get the run.
I think Flickinger moved to the top. I thought maybe Mendez was pitting, but instead, Flickinger will get the lead here at 18 to go.
It's that checkup on the inside. Looks like Hudson's looking for 2nd.
And Hudson will make an aggressive move. But as you look, Fief and the others have really fallen back. So how long do you stretch this? Geez, I can't talk. How long do you stretch it before you pit? Because, I mean, we're in the window. I mean, you don't.
This is risky. Here we go.
No, nothing yet. But, I mean, I think the big thing we're going to see is if you pit first, if the less amount of laps there are, the better off you're looking because it's less time for them to chop back on that 2.5 seconds a lap you're going to gain on the fresh tires.
Surprised Rich hasn't pitted. You think he'd be the first one since he undercutted, but these top 4 really, top 3 in the Toledo.
Well, how about Andrew Rich, though? I mean, he was, what, 35th? And he's still 16th.
I expect him in pretty soon. I mean, he might be the first taker. I think so. Let's see where he's at.
Yeah, there he is. He's coming in right now.
Oh, McCoy's in early. That's a good call. I like that call. Do what everyone else doesn't do. It's a good call.
So at 16 to go, Rich and McCoy. McCoy's really the big one to come in, as we've got a lot of 3 wide now. This.
Oh, boy.
I don't know, man. This is going to get sketchy.
Oh, boy. Well, these guys are. Oh, here we go. More coming in.
That's lap down trucks. But Fief will be the first official truck from the front, aside from McCoy coming in. So everyone else pits. Ooh, Cody Rhodes going to cut it close. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, dear.
And the caution's out.
The streak continues with the flips.
Max Anderson went flipping in pit road.
Scary wreck right there. That's going to change the whole game.
Well, this is going to put a lot of people a lap down, but the top 3 of Flickinger, Mendez, and Hudson stay out.
Boy, oh boy.
Goodness gracious. The streak continues of trucks flipping, but it wasn't a Toyota.
Oh, man. Is Anderson a Toyota?
No, it's a Chevy.
Oh, okay, good. But still, that's crazy. That was too fast on the exit entry. That was crazy.
All right, let's see. Some trucks pit had not taken the caution. So yeah, we're going to see Bradley Ream.
Or Bradley Ream, I'm sorry. Car's similar.
Bradley Ream's going to be allowed to go by. Same with Baranowskis, but that appears to be it. So let's see who stayed out. Flickinger, Mendez, Hudson, Elijah Gordon, Fitzwater, Gentry, Dylan Thomas, LJ Toledo, Ibrahimium, Torres, Sanchez, Cole Baker, Donovan Cage, James Ellison turning his race around, RJ Bishop, Logan York, Casey Nanako, Lucas Catano, Nate Rogers, Michael Markle, Ace Rogers. That appears to be all of them. And everyone else. Now, here's the crazy thing, Vince. Everyone else already pit. The leaders are going to be in the middle of the field.
Oh, we got ourselves
We're going to
a shootout.
see racing for the lead that we haven't seen all night. Because...
You got to look at Flickinger at the top, but let's see who comes out
actually,
first.
hang on. Actually, no, I think it doesn't matter because all these drivers are tail end of the lead lap, so they'll stay on the top even if we restart with more than 10 to go.
Right. I think we should restart
But
with
let's
about
see.
10 to go.
Let's see who got screwed by the caution here. Jack James was leading these guys, and I don't even know where he pit from. Fief was in next man up. Then Onjack, McShane, McCoy, Gene Sanford, Carrillo, Keith Rich, Henry Sanford, Andrew Rich. I mean, I think navigating these lap trucks is going to be huge because all these drivers that are pitting have the freshest tires on the track. And so officially we'll go through the running order before we take a quick step aside to look at that flip one more time. But Mendez leads, Flickinger second, Gordon third, Hudson fourth, Gentry fifth, Fitzwater sixth, Thomas seventh, Ibrahimium 8th, Torres 9th, and LJ Toledo is 10th as everyone slowed up for some random reason. But, yeah, let's go take a look at what brought out the second caution of the night.
Okay.
All right, so we're looking at this before we look at our second yellow. This did not bring out a caution, and I think it's because there was nobody coming. But, I mean, let's just see this. This is more pit road shenanigans on entry.
Cage is looking like he's trying to turn somebody.
Look at how late Cole Baker and some of these guys are pitting, and Ace Rogers and Matthew Logan are just going to get together here.
Ace is just trying to make. He ain't going to make that.
Oh, and Ace didn't make it in. Oh, Matthew Logan. Right
Hard
into the
hit.
wall. But no one else was on the track and coming around, so this did not bring out a caution. Okay, so then now let's go look at what actually brought out the caution. All right, brace yourselves because this is one of the most insane crashes for pit road entry I've ever seen. So Rhodes is going to decide last second that he's going to pit.
Looks like he shot out of a cannon right there. He's coming in hot.
And then he just doesn't quite get in. And wow, I mean, that is just weird. I have never seen a crash like that. He just hit the wall, and when his truck flung out, it just instantly flipped Anderson over into the air. Like, I've never seen anything like that.
The flip streak continues, and that onboard is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, let's go on board with Max Anderson. On board with the 75 of Max Anderson. Here comes the 10 in the mirror. Oh my gosh. You had no idea.
Nothing the spotters could have done there. That was just terrible timing.
Yeah, and Anderson's night is over. And with that, we'll take you to the race restart. All right, we're getting ready to go back racing. It's going to be a 10-lap shootout. And the fight is going to be in the middle of the pack around where usually 20th place would be. So again, let's go through your running order. Everyone pit, and pretty much all of these drivers have a chance at the W. Mendez leads, Flickinger second, Gordon third, Hudson fourth, Gentry fifth, Fitzwater sixth, Thomas seventh, Ibrahimium eighth, Torres ninth, Toledo 10th, Cole Baker 11th, Hillary Sanchez 12th, Ellison with a rebound staying out 13th, Bishop 14th, York 15th, Cage 16th, Nanako 17th, Nate Rogers 18th, Catano 19th. But then Michael Markle's got damage. Ace Rogers also has damage, and Jack James must have come back down pit road because he was at the front, but now he's at the back in 37th. But here we go. Green flag is back out. 10 laps to go. Will we get another yellow flag?
Pretty early. Here comes Fitzwater, the first one to make a move.
And Fitzwater won all the way back at Sandy Flats. Could he get a second win as a part-timer?
Baranowskis is just holding up Mendez.
Mendez will be the first one to peek inside line as Flickinger goes top. But that'll hurt Adam Flickinger as Mendez will clear Baranowskis.
Fitzwater sends it again.
Fitzwater's going to make it 3 wide in the back. As I'm trying to look up the statistics for Mendez, Mendez drove several seasons in the Truck Series. Mendez back in 2017 actually got a W. And in that season, Mendez finished 4th in the points, so this one could catapult Mendez here in 2020.
Don't count Gordon, though. Don't count Elijah Gordon out in the Flickinger. Here comes Fitzwater, who's on a mission.
Elijah Gordon in 2nd, Flickinger up there in 3rd as Fitzwater is closing in from 4th. Taking a quick look at the point standings, Mendez is 10th in the standings. This one would really help him out in staying at the top of the points. Meanwhile, Elijah Gordon, what would a win mean for him? Well, as I'm trying to find where the heck he is, he's 26th in points. And these trucks are they're just chopping these trucks up because they have the freshest tires. This is insane, Vince.
Yeah, these guys, I don't know how to keep it together. We got 3 wide up in front.
Look at Andrew Rich making 3 wide moves.
This guy oldest tires in the field, too.
I mean, Gordon, Flickinger, and Fitzwater can't do anything. They're just stuck single file on the bottom. Unless they get a really good run. 6 laps to go.
You're just going to have to stick with it. I think that's going to be the winning strategy. Stick with it on the inside.
5th place is Logan Gentry. Dylan Thomas in 6th. Hudson, Torres, Toledo, Ibrahimium. That's the top 10. Oh, and topside's getting a bit of a run there. Ooh, Gordon. Could Gordon make it 3 wide if he wants to? So I think the spectator cam's going to be our trusty cam for the rest of this race. 5 laps to go at the line. Ooh, Benjamin Ice holding up. Mendez on the bottom.
Here comes a run.
Oh, Ice moved out of the way.
Flickinger 3 wide.
3 wide for 2nd place. That's Sam Young on the top. Lap down truck. Gordon and Flickinger cleared the 29.
Here comes Flickinger under Gordon, though.
Jeremiah Dwayne in the middle of things there. It's going to hold up Fitzwater, but the battle for 2nd right here will make or break Mendez keeping this lead.
Mendez is going to just tuck behind at 78. Flickinger and Gordon just settle it out looking for that draft. Fitzwater's underneath the Wayne.
Fitzwater's still trying to get back up towards the top 4, but he's still got to get by Sam Young. 3 laps to go. Can Gordon get a run on Mendez?
Here comes Flickinger.
Flickinger is going to make a look for 2nd again. It's 4 more points towards the race between 2nd and 3rd. So Mendez is just hoping. Oh, Mendez is going to go to the top side on Benjamin Ice here. That could be a poor decision. Oh, Gordon has to pit.
Fitzwater's in. Everyone's in.
There's a ton of people coming to pit. Bishop. Oh, Bishop just missed the wall. Short on gas. How? I don't know.
Where's the leader? Oh, Flickinger got held up.
I don't know how any of those drivers are short on fuel, but they are.
He's gonna put Ellis in the top 10, but we're getting to the white here. Can they make it on fuel?
Mendez in the lead with a clear gap over Adam Flickinger. White flag in the air.
Here come the guys out of the pits.
Adam Flickinger's going to make one last-ditch effort for it. He's right there. Here comes Adam Flickinger.
Down the back. Here we go. Flickinger's going to be a photo finish. Get those cameras out.
Can he make a move into turn 3?
He's going to take the high line.
Oh, no. He thought better of it. He's not going to be able to get there. Unless something crazy happens here. Checkered flag. Mendez gets the W.
Fourth finish.
And all those trucks ahead of him are still racing back to the checkered because they were on the tail end of the lead lap. But I'm surprised so many people came down to pit road there at the end. I mean, I could have sworn they were all good on fuel.
As the 22 is a...
This is a scramble and a half. Okay. Still waiting for... There it is officially. Mendez gets the win over Adam Flickinger. Dylan Thomas third. Ibrahimian fourth with the rebound. Hudson fifth. Ellison sixth. First top 10 for Ellison in a couple of races.
Yeah.
Logan York seventh. Cole Baker eighth. Ace Rogers with a damaged truck in ninth. And Michael Markle rounds out the top 10. But just so many drivers just randomly had the pit there right at the end of things. Unreal.
You think they get the full tank, or at least to the last lap, but...
Oh, good finish gone wrong for Gordon down to 28th. Fitzwater 30th. Gentry 31st. Oh, man. What a crazy finish to this race. Oh, man. I know you're not going to be with me, Vince, but that cup race is 120 laps of action. And I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of craziness the cup race gives me. But that'll do it here for the Truck Series at Charlotte, as they're going to be off for a week while the Cup Series goes to Pocono. But they'll be back at Pig Stadium, back on the 2X wear and fuel. And hopefully we get a very good race at Pig Stadium. Hopefully you're going to be there to join me, Vince. And final thoughts on this crazy race here at Charlotte.
Yeah, this one was a stunner. You know, we had some guys, comers and goers, and we had some guys just absolutely dominate. But we had really no dominating starters and Flickinger on the long run. We had a surprise winner, I would say.
Yes, indeed. Mendez was top 10 on the board, though, in the race for fastest lap time. But all the drivers that were at the top 5, we didn't see them all night. So, really crazy race. The middle line really played a huge role in things. But with that said, that is it for me here tonight from Charlotte. I will see you guys tomorrow for 120 laps of action in the Digital Storm Cup Series. Until then, peace out.